with your host, Heikadelic, right here on Reality Radio 101. To get on board, it's simple, it's easy, and it sure is fun, kids. Send us an email right now. Our email address is instudio101 at gmail.com.
Thank you very much for listening.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and pets, your host of the Heikadelic Show, Mr. Heikadelic.
This is so awesome. I've been waiting 7 whole days to do this again.
How are you, buddy?
Hey, are my favorite co-hosts there too?
We're here, Pally. How are you, my friend?
You guys there?
Yeah, I'm here. How are you guys doing?
I met
that?
Gary and Terry and Johnny, man. It's awful lonely up here in the Great White North.
Yeah, I'll bet, eh?
Is it
So
30
anything new and
degrees up there
exciting?
as well?
Oh my God, I'm just roast
I know it's hotter than the hobs of
outside. But you know what? We can't complain because it's summertime, and 2 weeks ago I had ice on the pond still. So what the hell?
How
I
big
didn't realize.
pond?
It's only like just over 2 feet deep.
How big is
It's
it?
nothing big. It's just a little thing. Like it's like a glorified bathtub.
Oh, it's like because I have a pond in my backyard too. It's not that big, right?
Yeah, I know. It's just like I said, a little bigger than bathtub. I just like to have a water feature for the sound and everything.
Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Gary, you got
Yeah.
one of those little bathtub ponds, right? You put little fishies in it.
Well, my pond is about 2.5 feet deep.
Yep.
And it's about, I think it's about 5 by 2.5, something like that.
Is that little
Yeah,
sign before you go into like the studio part of the house where it says, it's like an arrow and it says on Gary's pond?
No. That's funny. No.
I thought that was where you pee or something, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Good
All right,
reference.
that's cool. We'll have to check that out when we are able to.
Yeah, for sure.
I have a pond. I've got a big pond.
Yeah, you do.
It's pretty big. It's part of an acre.
It's big.
Yeah, it's maybe like quarter acre. So
The pond is?
yeah,
Yeah, you could raise bathtubs in it.
I'm
sure.
Right?
gonna put my my Sea-Doo in it, so that would be
Wow.
wrong. But actually, what I'm looking at right now is aerating. So I
Yeah,
want to,
you got
Heiko, you and I were talking about that. Like, I want to pump some air into it. So, Heiko, I'm making this really cool aerator system with a solar panel. So I
Yeah.
just ordered all my parts from Amazon. I love Amazon because
Nice.
it has everything.
I think Amazon loves you too, actually. Amount of Amazon boxes I've seen in your garage.
Oh yeah, I got tons of Amazon coming here every day, multiple times a day, and Amazon delivery will show up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And
Like
then
I said, Amazon loves them.
so we actually quarantine it though. We get the box, sits in I got a spot in the garage where I just let it sit there for 3 days. So it doesn't really matter whether we have Prime or any kind of like express shipping because it'll sit in my garage regardless for 3 days to make sure there's no germs on it.
Do you let dogs pee on it?
No. Dogs aren't allowed in my garage. So
Oh, okay.
All right, guys, I'm going to be gone for 1 minute. I have to use the washroom. I'll be back in just a moment.
all right,
Okie dokie.
Thank you.
double up on
At
those.
the beginning of our show, everybody, it's Gary's washroom break. Because
Yeah.
he's been so hard working at it. He's just ready to burst.
Well, we're the last show, so he probably doesn't get a chance to,
I always wondered why his eyes were so big and yellow.
And of course, those shows are more important than ours. So, I get it.
Hey, Rango, check something for me. Do you have another one of your other between the two programs running right now? There's something there because you and I are fine. As soon as Gary or Heiko speak, it's like an echo, a very quick echo though, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out what that is yet. So,
Yeah,
but if there's
I'm
just
not really
something there,
But as long as you're coming through the stream, and you have no speakers going on in the background.
No,
right?
everything on my end is down other than my headphones as far as speakers are.
Right.
But, yeah. So
Anything different from muting myself at the beginning?
No. Let's move on. I think I know what it is, Ter. I'll work on
okay.
it.
So so what do you want to like? So we were talking with a buddy of ours over the weekend, and we're going to get him on our show in a couple weeks, which is Leon of the Lazies. So he's going to be on June 8th. So he's going to be coming on talking about what he's got going on. So yeah, man, it's going to be good. We chatted with him over the weekend, and he's got a lot of really cool shit he's doing during quarantine. So he's going to be sharing that with us, and that should be good. So anybody that's listening and dig the Lazies, make sure you're tuning in on June 8th, which is not next Monday. It's the following Monday. And Leon from the Lazies will be on the show. So
Nice.
Kick ass. Awesome. So yeah, man. So how did your weekend go there, Hike? Everything good?
Yeah. It went by. I got a lot of stuff done outside. I did some gardening, got the little waterfall going in my pond, and so on and so on. So, and also went on a bike trip on Saturday, which was freaking awesome.
Nice. Yeah, it was a beautiful weekend. I actually got out my 25-piece patio set. You know, the chair and 24 beers. So it was great. It was good times.
Yeah. Where's the umbrella?
That was already up.
You need to have the 26 piece.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like that 24-piece patio, 25-piece patio. So I go, holy shit, that's huge.
Yeah, nice. So hey, check this out. I was reading this article. They did a study. They're talking about people like concert goers and shit like that. And apparently, this is I guess the Canadian Music Canada had Abacus Data conduct a study. And apparently it's saying that 40% of Canadians would not feel comfortable going to a concert for at least 6 months after, quarantine and everything, all the bullshit's been lifted. But more interestingly, there's 20% wouldn't consider going to a concert ever again. Now, I'm not sure how much I really buy into studies, especially when they say 40% or 20% of Canadians, when it's like, well, no, that's 40 or 20% of Canadians that you actually polled. Right, so it's not every Canadian, but I honestly believe like if 20% of people are saying I'm never going to a concert again, I think that's just how they feel now. Give it time, because I don't buy any of that bullshit. Who the hell would want to go to a concert again? Everyone I know are like, fuck, I can't wait to go to a concert again.
Well, the big
but listen, you gotta understand. 20% of people probably never ever go to concerts anyway. There are
That's
people
probably, that's probably the 20%.
Don't put those numbers in there and make it sound scary. Like, oh my God, 20% will never ever go.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. That was my thought.
Yeah,
exactly. I think bullshit anyways. But like you said, yeah, there's people that never go to concerts anyway. So, but I mean, any real concert goer, I can't see them just going, I'm never going again. Screw it. Yeah, I don't buy it. I mean, I could see people going, you know what, I'm going to wait a bit of time after COVID's over and everything's, dealt with. Then, okay, cool. I get that, especially if it's a large, like a big concert. But I can't see people just that are actual concert goers going, I'm done with it. I don't buy it.
The difficulty is going to be that the venues that have a cap size are going to get reduced to make it accommodate the 6-foot distance, right? So imagine a venue that's 1,000 or 2,000 people. All of a sudden, their cap gets knocked right down to what, maybe around 300 or something from 1,000. But it doesn't pay the bills, right? I mean, those venues support X number of people, and that's why the capacity exists. What about the idea that a big old church is gonna, it's about cost per seat now, and if you're not contributing, it's so it's a problem.
Work on money donations, and I had a stat last week. There's just an average size church seats 230 people, and with the COVID distancing, it only seats 31 people now.
Right.
So right? So now you're talking concert, so you can't have that kind of number go to a concert and have them even make enough money to pay for everything.
No,
right? It
in
doesn't work.
the big rave right now that's being talked about, batted around, and people working feverishly to make it happen, is setting up drive-in concerts. And I first heard of that in the US and then more recently with some friends. But that's an interesting concept. But again, you're going to have to distance the cars if they're not already 6 feet apart. I know there's a drive-in out in Port Hope that's been there for a number of years, and yeah, kind of cool. But then you've got the other issues around weather, right? So not everything can be an outdoor show. But then if you get really creative and glass it all in somehow, and then have live video feed so that if you're in the back 40 of the drive-in, might be great for making out, but you're not going to see the band, right? So, you've got maybe your iPad sitting in the car and you're able to Wi-Fi in or something like that. So, I think people are getting creative. I'm seeing a lot of backyard or even front yard concerts now that are happening with musicians and trying to stay musically fit and and getting out there and doing stuff like that and trying to keep social distance. But it was amazing. I was watching one over the weekend, which had a great turnout, I guess. And it was a mix of some, local musicians. But then, of course, you're preoccupied. You're trying to listen and tune in and engage, but all of a sudden you're preoccupied. Are they really 6 feet apart? Like what's going on with that? Of course, as everything flows and the night gets whatever, the day gets longer, the distance seems to be not so distant anymore. So, but I think in all fairness, people are trying and to put, especially musicians trying to put things out, and we support all that.
I'm designing something right now, actually, for crowds, not for the people on the stage, but for the audience. And it's kind of like a girdle, and it has these little metal bars that come out. So everybody has a ring around them, right? Ring. And if two people bump together with these rings,
I think
get electrocuted.
I think Terry has a ring around him all the time. It's just it's
my cock.
I wasn't going to say that.
Yeah, here we go. My bad. Trying to keep it clean for a little bit. I guess I failed.
On a totally different.
We did okay for 12 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I'm wearing my Fallen Legion T-shirt tonight, and
nice.
that was Dylan's band, right?
Yep. Great band.
We should see if we can get Dylan on here.
We should get Dylan on here. Get a hold of him. Get him on. I think we're. I think starting next week we're gonna try and get someone on, and then, like I said, Leon will be on the following week from the Lazies. So start getting some more people joining the show and make it a little more interesting, right?
I'm gonna be on next week.
Yeah. Actually, we have a pretty.
I'm gonna be on next week.
Oh,
you're gonna be on next week. Thanks for the warning, Heiko.
You know what? Why don't you do this, okay, Heiko? Why don't you go and maybe afterwards get a big spotlight, strip down as well something skivvy, and do like the banana split dance. All right, and what we'll do is we'll run that over and over on the video so you look a little more animated. What do you think?
Nice.
I think that's
yeah. What we can do is we can turn that into a loop and just have that play over in where his picture is on the stream. It'll be great.
Right. It's kind of brilliant, right?
Right. Hey, did you guys see that video over the weekend of the dude driving the boat? I think it was out in BC. It was on a BC lake somewhere. And the dude was driving along in his boat. There was a boat he was coming up on. As he got to the front of the boat, the guy still had his trailer attached to his boat, driving out of the lake. So I got reading the article and I thought, what a fucking meathead, right? But apparently some of the people were saying that's actually quite a brilliant way, and Heiko can relate to this, to get your trailer onto an island, right? You just leave it attached to your boat, just drive the fucking thing right out and take it right up. That's all right.
It's been fun. My buddy did it. He put the trailer underneath, tied it to his boat, put the boat in the water, and off he went. And then he went slow, obviously.
Yeah.
But he drove from the island all the way over to the dock. And then he called his buddy, he backed the truck down, and they just hitched him up, and they pulled everything out of the water.
It was hilarious. But so many people were like, that's actually a fucking brilliant idea.
Our super fan, Derek, says the docks were closed. I guess up in maybe Port Perry-ish area.
Yeah.
I don't
know what's going on in BC because that's where this happened. Maybe they were closed there too, and they just said fuck it. I don't know.
The boat launches were open in Halliburton this weekend. I saw everyone put their boat in the water.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I understand. Terry mentioned, Derek, if you're all ears right now, that you got lined up with some sort of a sponsor.
Yeah. So I guess Soul Tone Cymbals has now endorsed our good buddy Derek on the show here. So congrats for that, brother. That's fucking great, man. Keep going, dude. That's fantastic. Now all I need is Jackson Guitars to sponsor me and start sending me guitars. Or Ibanez. Love Ibanez too. Actually both. So.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Or the Canadian Mint, if they want to start sponsoring me and just sending me money, that'd be great too.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
On last little bit
We've been
there,
shushed.
when I had my trailer park up in Bodcajun, there was the same thing. I was down with talking to the guys at the marina. They're doing some work on one of my motors, and the guy told me a story. And he said there was a couple. They bought a brand new boat from the marina,
Right.
and they took it out on their maiden voyage that spring, and they complained. They said there's something terribly wrong with the boat. Said they couldn't get any speed out of it. You know, the engine would rev and everything else, and it wouldn't go anywhere. So he says, I'm bringing it back. You guys got to check it out. So it's weedy in a lot of the places there. So they thought, oh shit, they probably got a whole bunch of stuff stuck underneath the boat, under the prop and stuff, right? So they actually had it docked there, and they had, excuse me, they had a guy put a mask on and go underneath the boat to have a quick peek.
Right.
And he told me, he says, the guy come up out of the water, and he was choking and gasping. He ripped the mask off his face, and he was just hacking up water. And when he finally got his breath, he said the trailer still attached to the boat. So people have done that. They put the boat in the water on the trailer and off they go. Yeah. I think.
That's pretty special. Holy crap.
Yeah. There are special people out there. And speaking of really special people, I want to put a big word out there for you fucking COVID-idiots everywhere. Have you seen the pictures from Toronto, from the parks and the beaches and shit? Are social distancing morons in the city of Toronto? Fucking awesome. You guys are brilliant. That's why we have that word, COVID-idiots.
And the whole thing is too, Hike. I mean, it's even beyond that. I mean, there were so many people in these parks, but what they were also doing is they were leaving the parks and they were pissing and shitting on people's lawns. And what is wrong with these people?
Are you serious?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I was listening to it about it on the radio. There was, I think, cops handed out 4 tickets at the park for people pissing there. But there was residents around the area, I guess, as people were leaving and going home. And they were defecating on people's lawns. Come on, man. That's just disgraceful. Be a fucking human being, for Christ's sakes.
Wow.
Okay, but see, this is the problem too. You have the government says, okay, you can use parks, but you have to do social distancing, but they don't open the fucking bathrooms. You know, you can go to Timmy's store and get your coffee, but nobody go to the bathroom. No one go to the bathroom fucking anywhere. Yeah. And even on our bikes this weekend, you got to stop and just go in the bush, or you go behind some place. A lot of the gas stations are open for business. The stores are open. Everything's open, but the bathroom's fucking closed. Yeah. So you go take a shit behind the garage. Come on, it doesn't work the way they're doing it. You can't give us half and not the other half.
Well, no, I don't
Right?
even think they should have opened these parks anyways, because what did they expect was going to happen as far as the amount of people? You get weather like this, you might as well have just kept them closed. But I mean, as far as going to the bathroom on someone's property, that's just, go home. Fuck. And I mean, it was so bad too. There was cab companies that had put the word out telling their cab, and they had actually advertised it. If you were at this park, I can't remember the name of the park right now, but if you were at the park, not bother calling their cab company because they're not coming to get you.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't believe it, man. It's brutal.
I saw pictures of it, but it was.
I have the actual story. I can send you the link, and you can put it on our Facebook so people can see it, because it's a ridiculous article.
Yeah.
So guys, we need to take a pause because we're kind of getting off script here. The
what?
First
we're on a script.
Well, we're supposed to play our song when we.
Oh, right. Sorry, I had already opened my beer before the show even started. So
let's reboot on that part. So
all right, let's do it.
Take a spin.
You gonna do this, Rainbow? I also didn't realize we were on a script. I always thought we just fly by the seat of our pants and hope we're the best.
Yeah, something like that.
Well, cheers. That was pretty thirsty.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Gary, are you back yet?
I am.
Hey, there he is.
Do we have any emails, buddy?
We do.
All right.
So Derek, whatever writes in, he says, "Hi, I'm Derek from Shag Harbor, Nova Scotia.
Nice.
I love you guys. Look forward to June 8th with Leon. It's my birthday show.
Nice.
Would you guys go to a secret or underground private concert? And do you think it might start being a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Is tonight the night we hear MCM and Toad play live on the air?" That's from Derek, whatever.
So no to that.
Thanks, Derek. And I don't doubt that there'll be those little private underground things.
For sure.
They're probably happening now. But yeah, Terry and I were talking about doing something acoustic for you very, very soon.
Yeah.
So we're going to work on it. In fact, what we want to do is just write a couple of songs just exclusive on the Heikadelic show. So
Well, I think it'd be great because there's a lot of listeners that ask, like it happens every single freaking week. Somebody says, "Hey, when are you going to do that thing on the air?"
Yep.
So you guys got to cop it up.
But what you can do if you want to go to the Motor City Maniacs page, we released a video about a week ago for Weeping Demons, and it turned out pretty good. It was hard to get anything done in these days, but yeah, it was. The boys were pretty happy with it. We've been getting some pretty good feedback on it.
Did you post it on the Heikadelic show Facebook page yet?
Yeah. I think it's on there right now. In fact,
okay.
All
right.
Well, that's good. Be there.
Resent it today, but it's best watched with earbuds or ear headphones or something like that, and you'll get the real effect because it's pretty loud and out there. So
nice.
And watch it in the dark.
Watch it in the dark with your eyes closed.
Fatty.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Nice and high.
Tell us what you think of the video. I mean, it's kind of a bit of a campaign we're going to start doing and try and get some of these CDs that are overstocked at the Ringo Ranch sold off. So
yeah.
You know,
well, I guess I'm going to have to buy one because I still don't have one. So
I have one.
Poor Heiko. Every time he sees us, he's asking for shirts and CDs. We never give him shit.
Right.
I know. Eh?
So I told you the last time. You let me know what size shirt, and I'll get it to you.
We do.
All right. Let Gary fire off some more emails here.
Oh, I didn't realize there was more. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Ed writes in. He says, "I work for a medical manufacturing company here in Toronto. I just wanted to give you guys the scoop on these masks."
All right.
He says, He goes on to say, let me see, because I can barely read what he's saying here. Okay, I think what he says is he says masks will do nothing for people who are hoping not to catch the virus. Those masks do absolutely nothing. The masks that you wear in public are for you not to spread the germs or your coughs or your sneeze, just in case you do not have symptoms of the virus and you go out thinking you're not sick. The mask will prevent you from spreading any germs to other people. The reason why masks do not work for you is because the virus can still go through the eyes. Unless you're wearing a full face shield protecting your eyes, the mask, even though you're protecting your nose and mouth, the virus can still go through your eyes. That's why medical professionals in the hospital setting are wearing full face shields. So forget the mask.
Yes.
If you think the mask is going to protect you from getting sick, you're wrong. That's from Ed.
He's 100% right.
Thank you very much, Ed. Yeah. I'm involved in that out there too. We've made tooling now for 5 different companies to make face shields, and that's what everybody's trying to get, a good face shield. So thanks for that info, buddy, and thanks for listening.
Yeah, and Mitch writes in. He says, "I have to agree with your Derek writer. When is Toad and MCM going to do a concert? Don't worry about it. I've only been waiting 14 months."
Wow.
That's Mitch. Wow. Thanks, Mitch.
Well, this isn't entirely our fault either. Coronavirus hit, and it's kind of hard doing getting a whole band on here like this. So,
Yeah.
but
People
anyways,
have been
Well,
over a year.
come on,
wanting it still, anyways.
This has only been like 2.5, 3 months. He's talking 14 months.
It's an
so
excuse.
come on. Keep going, Gary. Keep going.
Joanna writes in. She says, "I was actually at one of the parks here in Toronto over the weekend. The weather was beautiful. However, most of the people cooperated. They stayed away from other people, and I actually did not see anyone go into the bathroom in someone's property, even though that probably happened." And that's from Joanna, and that's it.
Thanks, Joanna. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Heiko did make a good point on that too, is the fact that they didn't have any of the bathrooms open. Not that that gives anybody an excuse to go shit in someone's lawn, but
Right.
they should have. If you're going to have parks open, you got to have the bathrooms open. That's just the reality of it. But something I will say too, when what's that, Hike? Sorry.
It's a total dilemma. So you're right, and I get it. The people that did that are obviously class people, but the government says, okay, you can go to a park, social distance, blah, blah, blah. Everybody goes to the park, and they all do it, and it's a wonderful thing. But yeah, people do need to go to the bathroom, right? So, you hold it, you go, fuck, I gotta go home. And you get to the point where, okay, Timmy's doesn't let you in, McDonald's won't let you in, nobody's letting you use the bathrooms. I gotta go.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
and I guess maybe, you know what, I'm not saying it's right, but maybe some of these people were just really desperate and needed to go, and they just went behind some fucking bushes somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So this is why I'm getting to this point again. Even the homeless people, they got nowhere to go to the bathroom. Like what the fuck? Like seriously. And then people complain that they're pissing and shitting behind bushes and shit, behind buildings in the city. Well, come on, you can't have it both ways, right? There's got to be something here.
Well,
Sterilization is going on, and everywhere you go, they clean shopping cart handles, they clean this, they clean that. Yeah, clean the fucking bathroom and social distance, one person at a time, and let it go, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
my point. See, I should have had Ringo's rant today. Holy fuck.
Well, when the guy emailed in about the masks, I was actually doing a bit of research on that recently too, because I've been stuck having to wear one of these fucking things, and I'm telling you this right now, it's bullshit, utter bullshit. And I'll give you some numbers. So first and foremost, the coronavirus is about 0.125 microns in diameter, right? Now the N95 masks protect down to 0.1 microns, which is 95% efficiency, right? Now, anything beyond that is useless, right? So the fact that I also have a fucking beard, it's not going to help any. It looks like a fucking bikini, ad out of the 1970s when I got a fucking mask on, and the reality of it is, which N95, by the way, the N stands for National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health, and 95 stands for the 95%. So the reality of it is everything that people are wearing in public, because we're not supposed to be wearing the N95 masks, are nothing more than a glorified spit catcher. That's it. And it's not going to save shit from anybody. Like he said, you can get it through your eyes, everything else. I think what it ultimately comes down to, as far as, and I hate to say this, but from what I'm starting to see, is we're not going to save ourselves on this. I think this is going to run its course. People are going to get sick and people are going to die. And that's all there is to it. I'm not saying we shouldn't keep moving forward with what we're doing. I'm just saying I don't think it's going to, it's not going to make a huge difference in the end.
Just like the average flu does every year.
Yeah, yeah, but there's so many different, like, we don't have to debate on that. There are things within this virus that are brand new, and
of course,
I understand that.
But that's why I say, that's why I make my point that it's going to run its course, because every friggin' day there's something new they found out about it. I mean, when this all started, they were telling you one thing, and then all of a sudden they were contradicting themselves because they didn't know, right? And I'm not blaming them. Nobody knows what the fuck this thing is, and we're learning as we go, which is why I'm saying it's going to run its course. And when it's all said and done, I'm sure there's going to be some sort of vaccine for it and all this. But by the time that all happens, we're just going to unfortunately lose people, and people are going to get sick. And that's just it, because there are so many variables with this thing.
Right. Yeah.
And they've had, what, over the last 5 days, they've had over 400 new cases each and every day.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why they're opening up parks and all this bullshit.
And that's a big deal. Flu season is flu season. It would have piddled out by now, right? So
yes,
that's the danger. There's a bunch of things that can happen, right? It could manifest new strains and just, nobody wants it to be our demise. But a lot of, like, there's things that we have to accept as the new normal. Like, will we be going out wearing face masks from now on? That's a possibility. Will we be wearing gloves and minimizing contact? We'll certainly be using a lot of hand sanitizer and teaching ourselves to keep our fingers away from our mouth and stuff like that. And then the distancing, right? The social distancing voluntarily isn't a bad thing. I mean, the 6 feet apart anyway. Who wants to have people invading their space? Now, obviously, if you're a family, you want to hug people, and even, strangers. And then of course there's your local pickup pubs and stuff like that. And,
right.
You want to get more close, but yeah, it's definitely the new norm. What about, and you know what, a spin on that. What about dating, right? That must be pretty hard.
Dating. There's where do you go? What do you do? Right.
Well, I mean, there's obviously now this forces online relationships like we've never seen. But when it comes to, okay, I've learned all this stuff about you, and and maybe people can get emotional, fall in love online, right? Never actually meet the person, but it's very interesting because now, if you're on whatever socials and or dating sites, and you meet somebody, you get through some of the qualifiers, then all of a sudden, it's like, hey, okay, so let's meet, right? And maybe that first date is just just kind of a face-to-face sort of thing. But anyway, at the end of the day, you've exhausted so much, I think, online in terms of getting to know. It's a real interesting concept, because then now all of a sudden you're either going to feel like you've known this person for quite a long time, or some of the magic of that first date is gone, right? So
yeah.
Hey, Ringo, pull up. There's a couple comments here.
I noticed that.
Yeah. So
Mary.
So people are treating Facebook like a dating app. It's crazy how many people reach out daily to me. Now, this is from Mary. And absolutely, I have a ton of people online, and I have a lot of females online, and I see this all the time. All these ladies out there that are, they'll add a guy on Facebook, and next thing you know, they're like sending them, private messages and stuff. And it's crazy. I see it all the time. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's the truth.
Yeah. I know a few people right now that have met others on Facebook during COVID. And yeah, it's interesting because Facebook and Instagram have become like time suckers, again, like we've never seen before. And, and I don't know about you, but is Mary on my Facebook friends list? I'm not sure, but is that one of your friends, Tara?
Yeah. Yeah. Mary's
okay.
on my list. Yeah.
Mary, feel free to Facebook me.
You got friends, Terry?
She goes on to say,
I don't have any friends. I just have people on my Facebook.
Okay, so she says they're using Messenger like a free dating app.
Yeah.
And then, what? Pics I can send you like 15. It's insane.
Yeah, this is awesome. And Mary, I can honestly tell you this. I too have had, well, it wasn't even a dick pic. It was a dick video sent to me. It was excruciatingly painful. And I don't know if you were on my Facebook at the time, but I actually put out, because I have so many females on my Facebook that are always going, guys, like I don't want to see your dick. Like, stop sending me this, right? So I see it all the time. So I had a laugh. I had this dude, I literally was sitting having breakfast one morning. I had a message, open it up, and there's a video of this dude, doing the helicopter with his junk and playing with it and shit, right? And I'm like, seriously, what is wrong? So I literally put out a message on Facebook just telling, like, guys, if I add you on my Facebook, please, that does not mean I want to see your junk. And it's pretty sad that as a dude, I had to do the same thing. But it has gotten so out of control. I don't get it where some dude is like, you know what, this is a pretty hot looking girl, and she's added me on Facebook. I'm pretty sure she wants to see my junk. Like, I don't get the mentality.
Well, and Tara, don't forget, there was that guy that sent you a video of
That's what I'm talking about. Where the fuck have you been?
Right. I don't know.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Right. Yeah. I'm just glad there hasn't been any more.
When people send a dick pic, it's kind of like 80-90% of the time, that's what ruins the relationship.
Oh, yeah.
Women are they're just not into it. So those guys, when they send a dick pic, it tells everybody, hey, I'm fucked up. Come and meet me. Right?
Right.
Yeah, right.
Like, it doesn't work. Like, it's funny. Like, for guys, like, we would love if women would send us nudes. It just doesn't happen. But women don't want it the other way.
I want to say hi to Pam out there. She's into the pic discussion now. But
she's into the dick pic discussion.
Pam and her man Jeff have they did Motor City Maniacs on site shoot for the new album and stuff like that.
Killed it. It was awesome.
Yeah, they did an awesome job. They did the CD cover and everything. Just we're so happy with it. So thanks for that, guys. And then Bobby Cousin says, cheers.
Hey, Bobby, I don't know if you were listening at the start of the show, but we announced, if you weren't, I'll say it again, June 8th, we have Leon of the Lazies coming on to discuss what he's been up to. So make sure you're here, brother. Yeah, I know you are every week, but glad you're here again.
Yep. Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Mary writes back, you can do this one, Ringo.
Yeah. That makes me feel better, Mary says. I have made videos to tell them I will send to their mom or spouse. I was thinking, do I have an imaginary sign on my forehead that I'm unaware of? Well,
it's just being female. I think that's where that comes in. Guys just automatically assume you want to see it.
Yeah, and if they're on Facebook, they're stupid enough to have a connection to their mom anyway. So I say, bring it on.
I've actually seen. I have some females on my Facebook that have actually done that and posted about it later. Like, actually said, I just heads up. Hey, this just went to your mom, by the way. So thanks for that.
Yeah. Well, Pam says the best ones are the girls that ask for gift cards, etc.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mary says, I'd love it if women would send me nudes too all day long.
Nice.
I'm not married, but
yeah,
it's better with the canvas. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'll tell you, I have a lot of friend requests on my Facebook, Mary, like a list, literally. I just haven't gotten to them because I don't like to put people I don't know. But feel free, I'll bump you to the top of the list. And then Bobby Cousin says, "Woo!"
Careful, Ringo might send you a dick pic.
No.
Oh yeah,
I've
Bobby
got
Cousin, hashtag the lazies fucking rock. Yes, they do, and I'm excited to get them on here.
Cool.
Yeah. Gary, do we have any more
Mary's
emails?
watching from California. Great. Yeah, go ahead, Gary. Sorry.
Okay, Derek writes in again. He says, copied from Dan of Rehab for Quitters. If you get shot in the stomach, chances are you will survive if you get treatment in time.
Right.
Enough people in the stomach and hospitals will get overwhelmed with stomach wounds, won't be able to treat everyone. Some people will die from their wounds that would have otherwise survived. Imagine whoever gets shot in the stomach started shooting at everyone that came close to them, except you can't see who's been shot. If that were the case, I wouldn't get close to anyone. Okay, Derek.
Nicely done. Nice
I
point.
don't know, Derek. That's great. All right, Derek. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
May wrote in, and May said, "Yes, I've been sent dick pics before from men that I met online, and it's a turnoff. However,
Thank you.
what is a turn on for me is if I can send a nude pic to either Toad or MCM, I'd get off on that."
There you go. Send it to the Heikadelic show.
Are you guys there?
Yeah, we're here.
I am.
May wants, yeah, you were Heiko. May wants to send you guys a dirty pic of her.
Sorry,
we don't.
All right, guys.
Well, are you guys like stunned now? Like, what the hell? You're not talking about it.
No,
Go ahead.
I think
I
that
had
would
some
be
noise in my headphones. Sorry, I just trying to get rid of it. I missed that.
that would probably be inappropriate. Sorry, can't accept
Okay.
that. We have our
Josh-
sponsors.
Wow, man, you really screwed these guys up. As soon as you said you're going to send them a photo, they're like
You know
totally screwed
what?
up.
Women are crazy.
I
Well,
want them.
yeah,
I heard
I
that.
mean,
I was having noise, so I couldn't hear when Gary was reading the email. So I was trying to check to see if I had something on over here. But yes, I want them.
Well, she'll have to send them somehow to the Heikadelic show then or something. I don't know. Or talk.
Yeah, send them to Gary, and then he can send them to us. Gary wants to see them too.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
right.
Yeah. Josh writes in. He says, "Hey guys, good show as usual. I am glad to hear that you guys are healthy and still have a great sense of humor. I am looking forward to when we can go to shows again and when the bars and clubs open up. It's boring as hell here in Toronto, but we love you guys. Thanks. That's Josh." And
Thanks.
All right.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. That's killer.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. We've had 3 emails coming from TO tonight, which is rare. Like, holy shit, Toronto's on the ball.
Right. So Pam warns, don't send nudes ever. If you hook up and break up, guess what's going all over social media? Yep, your nudes. Yeah, in fact,
You know what?
I think most of mine were purchased recently by one of those sites, right?
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I've got a bunch online too. I put them there.
Was on-
You're welcome.
Who porn? Yeah.
Yeah.
Barn.
Wow. See, but you know what? The guy said that anyone sends a dick pic. The dick's a dick. Who gives a fuck? No one knows whose it is.
Yeah, but you
When there's
can,
a moron
no,
that holds the camera down low and takes a picture of his dick with his face above it smiling, that's an idiot. And
Right.
it deserves to be all over the internet.
oh, Mary's saying we could do live shows and she would watch.
Well,
Okay.
let's do some live shows then. We'll do them just for Mary. How about that?
Yeah, it'll be like we'll call it the midlife man, middle-aged man meet. It'll be I got it. Middle-aged man meet matinee. Okay,
Man
because
meet matinee. Wow.
because we
Say that
have
if
to
you're
go to
high.
bed early.
So that's 4 M's right there.
There you go.
Wow.
So has
else
anyone
is
out
voice?
in our social media or on Reality Radio 101 got one of our T-shirts yet? If you have, let us
I
know.
thought of that today.
Yeah.
I thought of that
And,
today.
you know,
Does
we have these
anybody have
really
any
cool
of our-
spandex. Yeah, I know. Check it out. You can go to our website at www.thehikadelicshow.com, and I believe .ca will bring you there as well.
Hey, Ringo, line up our drinking song for me, would you?
I'm going to tee it up right now.
I hope so.
Would you like me to send you mine, because I think you'd have a very different opinion?
Yes,
Hey,
please.
Mary, I mean, like, you know, we're putting your comments up on Facebook, so just saying.
Well, she's already on Facebook, so if you're on Facebook, they're already reading them anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? So what difference does it make?
All right, here we go.
Okay, fans.
Yeah, make sure if you're tuning in on Reality Radio 101 or on Facebook or on YouTube, drink along with us. It makes us feel better, about ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I ever really have a problem drinking alone. It's just other people tend to frown upon it. Anyways, where are we?
We were
Yes.
about to DJ, I think, the rest of the night.
DJ the rest of the night?
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, there you go.
You guys heard that last week one of the snowbirds went down, eh?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because they were flying all over Canada just to give everybody, spread hope and stuff like that. And one of them went down. That was pretty sad.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, the young lady lost her life in that, which is very, very unfortunate. I have a buddy of mine that's actually a snowbird. I haven't talked to him since that happened, so I don't know if he was part of that crew or not. I'm not sure.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, hats off to you guys. If any of you are listening out there, snowbirds, what you're doing is absolutely freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I've seen you guys fly, and what you do is out of this world, man. Have you seen how close those planes are to each other?
Oh yeah, it's incredible. I know my buddy asked me one time if I wanted to go up with him, and I was like, yeah, not even a fucking chance. Right? And he's like, why? And I'm like, dude, I don't do heights, and I don't do 750 mile an hour. And he's like, no, look, dude, it's not gonna be a big deal. We'll take you up. We'll do like an inverted about 100 feet off the ground doing Mach 1. I'm like, yeah, you can shove your plane right up your ass. Not happening. I don't even remember. Was it last week we were talking about roller coasters? I don't even fucking do roller coasters, let alone a fucking doing Mach 1 or Mach 2. Not a chance.
Yeah, roller coaster fails. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I would be all over that.
Yeah, because you're a crazy motherfucker. I've seen you drive.
when you're flying a plane.
I'd be terrified if you were the one flying the plane, Heiko.
Yeah,
that'd be for damn sure.
Yeah. So
hey, was that a few people asked? Hey, what was that? There was somebody asking. Was that Mary asking about T-shirts and stuff there?
I had put up the link.
Okay.
Well, it happened. Yeah. So just
we
go to
got,
the
girl shorts and shit on there. Let's get dirty at 9:30. Our little catchphrase in the Heikadelic show.
Pam's looking for a tank top. Probably
I'm looking for a thong. So when are we getting them up, Ringo?
We'll have Heikadelic tank tops up there, Pam.
And for any of you fans out there that buy any of our swag, please take a picture and send it to us.
That's right.
Right on.
We'll promote the shit out of it.
Yeah, definitely.
100%.
We can even contest too, eh, guys?
What's that?
We can even have a contest.
I think we totally should.
Our stuff. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. We should come up with some sort of contest, and maybe we can do something with Leon from the Lazies when he comes on. Maybe he's interested in getting down into some sort of contest, doing something. We can talk to him.
Well, you guys got to put a prize on the table, like if
my dick pic. How's that?
Something.
Yeah.
It's a small prize, but it's a prize.
Or toad prize, right?
Right, yes.
So just as an aside, and I don't want to get all technical here, but there are a couple of our listeners out there were mentioning that there's some echo.
Yes, big time.
Is it all
Just
of
on
us echo?
Facebook, nothing to do with UG, so no worries there.
Okay. So
Yeah,
what
we don't hear it here, but you guys are apparently you're not hearing each other that great because you keep talking over each other a lot of times. So you got to be listening for that.
Yeah, we don't really. Yeah, we do that a bit.
It's hard too.
It's part of our
It's hard
shtick.
with Heiko because I can't see him. And so usually when we're in studio at Reality Radios, the three of us are sitting together and I can see everybody. I watch their body language, read their facial expressions, and Heiko's not here. I can't see him. So a lot of time we have a tendency to start talking at the same time because I have no idea.
I can smell your fear in the studio. So
Well, Heiko, send Terry a dick pic.
Yeah, I already have a few of those. It's all good. I took them myself.
What I was going to say, Terry, if you want to see me a little better, you know what you do?
What?
Just lift the covers up a little higher.
Oh, you sick fucker.
I know.
Mary, we do interviews. We definitely do interviews. It's taken us a while to work out some technology stuff, and if you want to get interviewed or your friends, and they're interesting.
Well, she just put not me in the quotation things there.
So email us at info at the Heikadelic show, and you should find us there. Just there's if you go to our website, thehikadelicshow.com, there is a contact form, and you can send us all about.
We'd love to do that kind of stuff with some of our listeners.
We're getting back.
Sorry, what's that, Ringo?
We're getting back to band interviews and artist interviews,
yeah.
But we also have some other interesting things lined up outside of the music genre. We've got some people that are in the psychic, spiritual kind of realm, and then we've got a magician lined up, and some ghost hunter actually. So we've got some pretty cool things going to happen shortly.
Well, you were mentioned, was it last week or the week before? You've got one of the guys from what the hell show is it? Pawn Stars.
So Pawn Stars. When I was in LA, or no,
LA.
Where was it? Sorry, Vegas. I asked one of them if they'd want to be on our show, and these are they're not the Pawn Stars cast. They're actually the some of the subject experts, I guess, to price stuff. And this one, great guy, has in fact a toy shop down the road, and they deal with everything. There was a whole wall of Funkos, which are these little things here. I'm gonna show you right here. This is my Rob Zombie Funko right here.
Nice.
All right. And I have a Tommy Lee one that just fell off my not my desk, but anyway, yeah. So we're gonna get interesting chaps like that, and then bigger artists, and Leon from the Lazies. I mean, they're ripping it up. They're doing really well, and Leon's got a project called Bandwagon, which we'll be talking about
pretty fucking awesome too.
Yeah, and he's bringing a lot of heavyweight, not up and comers. These are people that are performing globally, and either have a long track record or are relatively new, but just burning up the scene. So, some really good stuff. And he's got some gems on there too, like Andy from, I had a brain fart. Revive the Rose. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's not part. Revive the Rose was on his bandwagon. It wasn't that he's a part of it. They were on it. So yeah, it was, which is great because they're a great band too, who we've also interviewed on here.
Yeah, and we're going to hear more about it from Leon, but it's basically a mentoring program, and I guess to go out and choose bands to work with and help them get a bit of a jump start. So, and Bobby Cousins, reports that he's still waiting for the followaways. And Bobby, I did take the time to go through their video or a couple of their videos, but I can't remember the name of the one in particular, but they are awesome. So we will definitely get those guys on. So thanks for that.
Yeah, we've just struggled with technology. Once the COVID thing hit, we kind of just try to keep the show together and get some technology things working, because we want to be able to be on all formats, right? And, because, reality radio, we got a big listenership there, and we want to reach out on social media, because a lot of people like to do the live streaming and see kind of the behind the scenes look at the show, which is kind of what this is, so to speak, So, yeah, we do what we can.
Terry, I think Pam here is looking for that Tears of a Deity t-shirt that got pissed on it, and it's in the dump.
Finding it at the dump, yeah. Ringo's friggin' throwing our shit in the garbage.
The dump and make an offer.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, it's still there, from my understanding.
Need a Funko for Code in a thong. I'm pretty sure we can do
Funko.
a Funko. Here, this is a Funko, right here.
Oh, is that what that thing's called?
It's a Funko. Yeah,
That's what those are called? I didn't know that.
yeah.
I just thought you were making shit up as you were going along, making words and stuff.
No, I don't make.
Nice. Yeah, I
shit.
agree. I think we need one then of me in a thong. I don't know how you pronounce that.
Mary says, check out Onondaga Jess. She's out of Vancouver. She's an incredible indigenous medium.
Wow, that's cool.
Wow. I'm an extra large. No, you know what? Mary, that's a whole topic for another evening, because it's really I do follow a lot of that stuff, and I have friends in the
very much
occult.
so.
And I've had some experiences, and you may not know this, but well, Mary, you probably wouldn't know this, but I was a ghost hunter at one point. I did that a few years ago, and it was awesome. Like, I mean, I'm one of these guys that I'll try anything out once. That
Yes, you will.
Oh, I will, pretty much. And I got the time to do it, and I don't really fear anything. So loved it. It was a great time.
You just scared me, so I'm not coming over to your place unless Terry's with me, because I want to be with you alone now.
Right.
Exactly, Heiko. That was my warning.
Well, I told you I got a big pond back there, right?
That's
So-
right.
Yeah.
If you don't put out, he drowns you in it.
Did you guys remember we talked a couple of weeks ago? We talked about those murder hornets.
Yes.
Did you hear they found one this past weekend in Niagara Falls?
Really?
Doesn't surprise
Yeah,
me.
they were on the west coast. Now they found one at Niagara Falls. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Did you guys hear anything about that?
No,
No,
I
but
didn't.
I'm sure.
Wait, no, I went into my laundry room tonight, and we got one on the lower level, and there was a hornet in there, and it was an ugly looking one, and I'm thinking, where did that come from?
Well,
right?
these things, of course, from overseas.
Yeah,
right?
from Asia.
Yeah. Some Asian bullshit thing came in on shipping crates or whatever. And they're quite large. I think if you saw one, you'd know it. I believe the body is 2 inches long.
Yeah.
Really?
Black and orange. Yeah, black and orange.
Yeah, they're
So-
very. They've got like these big fucking eyes on them too, and yeah, they're pretty crazy looking. They don't look like your average hornet. Let's just put it that way. Just Google it, you'll see it.
Watch for the killer hornets. They're coming.
Nice.
Yeah, they're coming, and you also need your ordinance to kill them. You need to get your handguns, shotguns out.
Look, they're flying this way.
Oh, fuck.
All sounding pretty and everything, but they're
Deadly.
Oh my god, that's just fucked up. Speaking of fucked up, hey Gary, do we have any more emails?
Now, if I said yes, what does that have to do with being fucked up?
We get more emails.
Yeah. No, we do. We do. Tish wrote in. She says, "Hello, gentlemen. I am loving your show tonight from Tacoma, Washington, in the U.S. of A.
thank you.
Things are loosening up here. Can't wait till things get back to normal. enjoying the show, and that's from Tish.
So things are loosening up.
Awesome.
They're loosening up outside with the COVID thing, or loosening up at your place right now?
I would assume she means outside with COVID.
Oh,
However, I don't know that. Barb writes in, and she said, Barb, B-A-R-B, Barb.
Gotcha.
She says, when I listen to you guys, usually I'm opening up a can of suds 4 to 5 times. You guys are slowing down on your drinking.
Thank you so much, Bart. I know, this is crazy. I don't have control over that right now, but the boys do. So you know what? For Barb, guys, hit it. Hit it.
Hey, let's do this one for Barb. Let's go.
Cheers.
yummy.
Isn't that the best drinking song ever?
No, not even a little bit.
I spent, what the heck was it now? I don't know, like $250 on beer and other alcohol about a week ago, and it's somehow almost gone.
It's somehow gone. Yeah, it just, evaporated.
I think there were leaks.
Yeah, somehow leaked out of the can into your mouth.
Terrible. Wow. Well, you know what? Here's something for you boys. If you don't like that drinking song, that's my drinking song. But if you think it sucks, I want you guys to actually get together with your instrument and make our own drinking song. How about that?
No.
Yeah, we could do that. So, Derek says, "Hey, didn't Ringo and Terry walk in hand?" Which he means hand in hand. Hey, Terry, remember that night?
Oh, really? That came up again?
Yeah.
It wasn't even Ringo this time. Thanks, Derek, so much for that one, you mofo.
Awesome, Derek. Awesome, cute. Well, should I tell the story or no?
Go for it.
I need to drink anyway, so.
Terry and I are walking outside the music hall, and we'd frequently.
Yes, you were.
Yeah, of course we were. So it's a nice summer night, and we're like kind of just strolling along, and we see this little sports car with two pretty good looking ladies getting out of the car, and Terry's like, "Hey man, let's act like we're rock stars." And I'm like,
would you fucking tell it right if you're gonna tell it?
We are rock stars. What are you talking about? And he's
you
like,
always change what I say to make me sound even more ridiculous.
I know.
So he says, yeah, let's act like rock stars. I said, we are rock stars, man. Just loosen up. And then, so I, instead of giving him a high five, I go around the top to catch it on the low side. So he goes like this, waves it up. And of course, what I do is I grab his hand, right? And I'm holding it down like we're walking hand in hand, and these girls are looking at us, and I'm like,
"What's up, ladies?"
Yeah, it was good times. Good times.
You're such an asshole.
Terry was really embarrassed by that, and I'm like, "This is cool. I'm comfortable." So, but
of
yeah,
course you are.
So the girls are laughing their ass off. Like,
you're always comfortable walking with some dude's hand in yours.
Well, but thanks for bringing that up, Derek.
Yeah, no thanks, Derek. Oh, that's funny.
Wow.
So
exactly, wow.
As the T-shirt does.
It does. Yeah, and that's great. It's one of those things that you'll never live down, Terry.
Become a staple on this show.
You got to remember, I was on the other hand, right? So anything you didn't want to do,
buddy, it takes two.
Yeah, it does. It does take two.
No, it takes one asshole to grab another guy's hand and not let go of it, and then start talking with a girly voice. That's what happened. I had no part in that.
And they laughed. They got a kick out of it. Terry, I'm telling you, that's the way to get dates. The way not to get dates is
pretend I'm gay.
At our other watering hole, when a girl says to you,
Hey. So, what's your favorite movie?
Oh,
And
you
here he goes.
motherfucker.
Star Wars.
I'd be like, oh my God, you should have said The Notebook or something like that, or
No,
Sleepless.
what I should have said was porn, because one of two things would have happened if I had said porn. The girl would have looked at me and been utterly disgusted, and quite frankly, I do not need that negativity in my life. Or she would have said, "Fuck yeah, me too."
Nice.
Yeah, that would have either been. Okay, let's go.
So Derek says,
Right?
Derek says, like, you know, like a fine wine, that story gets better every time he hears it. I
Yeah,
don't
right.
really morph it from it's not like pulling taffy or anything, you know. It's pretty much, I'm pretty accurate on the facts, right? I just
right.
make it sound even better.
Okay. Here's something for you, Johnny. Why don't you guys put that into one of your new songs?
What about holding hands?
Holding hands.
Wow. Hold hands in public.
There we go.
Wait a minute. Let's add the effect on that. Holding hands in public. Coat and ring go walking outside the hall. Yeah, there we go.
I'm out.
Jesus, was that the voice of an angel? I don't know.
No, that was. Was that?
Oh, wow.
Wow. You are one special dude, man. That's all I gotta
Thanks,
say.
Derek. I'll work on that. Maybe I'll call you up, Derek, and we can punch out a song about the walking.
About walking hand in hand outside the hall. Yeah. That's going to be like a billboard topper right there.
Right.
I want to be in the video.
Code walking hand in hand and running into
Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, I mean, hey, I'm just doing it on the fly, right?
Look, we need our listeners to stay on, eh?
Well, I'm performing, right?
I think you're scaring people.
Am I?
I think so too. You're scaring me, that's for damn sure.
I'm not scaring anyone.
How about now?
Wow.
Okay, so let's move on. So, Gary, do we have any more emails?
We have one, excuse me, here from Nate. And Nate says, hello, listening from Chicago.
Nice.
You guys sound great, having a ride here. We are having a couple of beers, laughing our ass off. Hope someday to see you either here or when we come up to Canada. That's from Nate.
All
Oh,
right.
awesome. Absolutely awesome. Thanks, Nate. Appreciate that.
A couple years back, Nate, I was down in Chicago, and because we're talking about music all the time, it was a great experience for me.
Right.
It was late at night after we had dinner in some restaurants, and we're walking down. There's an area. It's like a big triangle with like a park, and there's like pubs and restaurants, shit all over the place. And I'm walking with my pal, and it's late, and I can hear this music, and I go, "You hear that, man? Where's that coming from?" So sort of walking, and it got closer and closer, and it was blues. But I mean, it was like real blues.
Yep.
And we finally found the place, and there was this little tiny front of a bar, like it was like a window and a door, and it's this mass of a man. He was wider than the door was, standing with his arms folded in front of the door.
Right.
I get in, right? And I walked right up to him and I said, "Oh my God, man, I love what I hear coming out of this building." I said, "Is there a cover? Like, I want to go in." And he just looked at me and he laughed and he just let me go in, right? With my buddy.
Right.
And we walked inside, and we were the only two white people in this place. It was a real downtown Chicago black blues place. It was amazing.
What, like kind of like a speakeasy type thing, or what?
There's a few.
No, they actually had. It was like a long, it's like a bowling alley, like 3 lanes wide. Very long, deep place in the back. They had a little stage in the corner, and they had the bands playing there. And there was like a raised up area on the one side, and we found a seat there and started listening to the music, which was fucking great. I bought CDs from every band that night, and we wound up dancing with a lot of the women in the bar and everything. I spent hours there. It was a great experience to hear the real blues. You know what I mean? Not the shit you hear on the radio and stuff. It was fantastic. I love that about Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago's noted for blues, and there are quite a few pubs. I've stayed downtown.
Love to go. I've never been there.
Oh yeah,
I've never been to Chicago. I'd love to go to Chicago. Yeah,
it's great. I mean, you can walk down to some of the pubs, and but it's kind of odd because like on a Friday, Saturday night, it's not too bad. But I find like most cities in the U.S., it shuts down so darn early, right? So
really,
you gotta.
Well,
it really does.
It's true. It's true. But what Johnny says is precisely true, because we went out for dinner and stuff like that, and the place is hopping.
Yeah.
But when it hits like 11, 12 o'clock, everything closes.
Yeah.
Really?
We were walking. Yeah. We were walking, and there wasn't a lot open, but I heard the music, so I walked towards where the sound was coming from.
Yeah.
And it was in the middle of nowhere. There was this place, and then that was the spot, man. That was my blues town. I'll never forget this place.
Yeah.
Wow. It was amazing.
There's so many places I'd love to go in the States. Like I'd love to go to California. I'd love to, go to LA, the Sunset Strip, all that. That's a bucket list thing. I'd love to go to Chicago, New York City. I'd love to, I've never been to any of these places. I'd love to go, man. I'd absolutely love it. I'm a nightlife guy, right? So I'm like all about that shit.
Yeah. I've been to all of those cities multiple times, but
I know they're Mr. Braggy Braggerson.
No, like it just they're what I found is that you're best off to do like plan your visit, because if you don't, you're going to spend a lot of time just what are we going to do? What's and you venture a little ways from the hotel, whatever's walking distance, and then you realize your trip is over and you haven't even seen the landmark.
Seen anything.
When like second time around or third time around, some of them I really planned.
We did that. We kind of went out on a whim. But Chicago's a very cool city. They have these places where you buy your wine and your liquor, your booze. It's like a liquor store, but not like we're used to up here. It's just like a little shop, right? And it was cool. There's so much history in Chicago because we went down into this little liquor store, and they had bottles of vodka. The glass bottle was shaped in like a Tommy gun.
Oh, really?
Gun.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
And I asked the guy to go, this is so bizarre. And he goes, no, man, it's our history because the mafia and all that, it was so big back in the day, right? So they still carry some of that history.
Right.
Well, it's a cool place to go and walk around. It really is.
I think
was
Derek's
that not where the St. Valentine's Day massacre happened, where they lined all those dudes up along the wall and shot them, right?
Yeah. Well,
it was in Chicago, right?
Chicago's one of the most haunted cities.
Really,
right? Because of stuff like that. Because
that was have a lot of old buildings. You have your downtown Chicago, but you also have your old downtown Chicago, and it's all cobblestone, and it's really fucking old. And that's probably where the hauntings are. It's very cool.
So I think Derek's asking us to take a drink, right? So here we go.
Yep.
Great.
Good stuff.
Derek,
good call, Derek.
Get me drunk, Derek.
Yeah.
It's Derek's fault that I'm drunk.
And luckily, we're all in our own places, so this is good.
Yeah, it's very cool.
So, Gary, any emails? We're probably
not yet.
No. How much time? What's the
15? We got 15 minutes.
Okay. 15 minutes.
So I think next week, guys, we'll just move everything to 9:30 if that's okay with you, Gary.
I'm good with that. Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. And then, like you were saying, Garrett, then maybe like that gives you a break in between, and we can get maybe even chat for a bit free show. If
Yeah, the Gary doesn't have to have a pee during the show.
No,
He can have a pre-show piss.
no, I would have thought, you know, I honestly I wondered that about Gary because when we go into the studio, you rarely even get out of the studio. So, you know, it's like the hot dog.
'cause he has-
Gary's like the hot dog vendor, right? Like, where does
Yeah.
Gary go to pee? Does he have a bucket under his soundboard? Right?
Depends.
Where
That's what I'd be rocking.
no, but you know, or one of those trucker things. But like, I rarely ever
Things.
leave the studio. But you know, now he's going and
Or just be like the Trailer Park Boys and have a piss jug.
well, think of a hot dog vendor though, right? They're out there all day long on a street corner, right? You see them, like, they can't leave their hot dog cart. Somebody will rip it off or steal hot dogs, right?
Have you ever seen those guys drink? Go ahead, Gary. Tell us what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Well, when I used to fly for a living, I just fly for fun now. But we
Yeah.
had called pilot relief tubes.
Really?
And, yeah, for sure. It's not for poo or anything like that, but for
Yeah.
peeing.
Yeah.
When I used to, 99% of my flying is at night. I worked the night shift for a courier company. But, if I had a 4-hour flight, I took a leak obviously before I left, but like 2.5 hours in, if I had to go, we have this a pilot relief tube, which is a thing that it almost looks like a funnel where you take a leak and there's a tube and it either goes into like a, what do you call it? Like a plastic one-way kind of a jug thing, a urinal thing.
Nice.
And empty it and you get land. So I
Wow.
used to have to do that all the time.
I didn't know that. So pilots are whipping out their dicks on planes.
No, not on.
Oh, come on. You have to make it that, don't you?
Well,
Of course he does.
I didn't know they released while they were flying like that.
Well, this actually brings up a new thing. This could be like a really big deal. We could start the whole pilot dick pic thing, right? No, like I think that'd be brilliant.
Put your pictures in a manila envelope.
Pilots are now sending out dick pics from their plane, like 20,000 feet in the air. I think
That's
it's
an
great.
interesting.
Oh my God, guys! Is that why they call it the cockpit?
Oh, fuck! You nailed it.
That's been raging in my mind since I was a child.
That was like a brilliant epiphany.
Right. And Gary's just laid it out because they whip it out and nice. I love it.
Well, in your airliners, they actually go back to the bathroom, right? So, but anyways,
leave that autopilot switch on, right?
Here's something funny. Ronnie writes in. Now, I don't know if Ronnie is a girl, which would be Veronica, or if it's a guy. And Ronnie writes in and said, I wrote some lyrics really quick to Johnny and Terry of a song of them walking, holding hands.
Oh boy!
Would you read it or put some music to it? So here's what I want to do. I'm going to go grab a guitar.
Okay.
I'll be back in 2 seconds, and then
You got it.
I'm going to put.
We're gonna
some
wait
music-
till Gary gets his guitar.
All right.
All right, got it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome.
Okay, hang on. I'll
Can
be
I?
back.
Can
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be good. We got some lyrics for apparently what Ringo and I holding hands outside the music hall.
Yeah.
And Gary's gonna throw some music to it.
Real good fan, eh? Thanks,
Sure.
Ronnie, for doing this.
Thanks,
so
Ronnie.
cool.
This is awesome. Did he say where Ronnie's messaging in from by chance?
tuck the yuck tuck?
Yeah.
Say that again. What?
Yeah, tuck the yuck tuck. I think it was.
You're talking what? Where?
Where? What?
Oh fuck! I'm having too much fun now. I've had a few beers, so don't judge me, motherfuckers.
What are you drinking?
You never mind, because you're just gonna fucking talk shit like you always do.
Yeah, because it's not fucking beer what you drink.
Fuck
I'm
you,
sorry.
it's not.
Don't run on that shit.
Sometimes late at night, the agony's so tight.
What the fuck?
And I just want to hold Terry's hand. And
Wow. Wow.
This is what happens when we leave Ringo with shit.
You and I are going to get together and we're going to drink some real beer. Okay.
Wow.
Like real beer.
Real beer.
Real beer?
Yeah.
Like Coors Light?
As long as it's not Guinness.
No.
No, Guinness isn't beer either.
I like
They got to put a fucking bomb in it, put bubbles in it. Like Guinness is not beer.
Guinness is like a fucking meal. You need to eat that with a spoon and a big motherfucker too.
Yeah. It's like, I hate to say it, we'll never get a Guinness sponsor, but it's kind of like, do you ever have Dragon Stout from Jamaica? That's like taking cigarettes and putting it in Brador.
Really?
Oh my God. I used to drink Brador.
Yeah. Hey, Terry.
Yes.
Can't quit you. Together.
You say I can't quit you. Oh, you're not right in the head, are you, Ringo?
I might have been.
Did Gary say he was going to get a guitar or
he said
build a guitar?
I think he's just going to say that. I think he's going to build it.
No. You know what Gary's going to do? He's going to order chicken wings. That bastard.
That's probably it. He's got it. That's really what happened. He got the delivery come in and he's went and picked up his chicken wings.
Chicken wings. Oh, here you go, Gary.
Nice.
MCM and Toad. I like it. Well, you know what? That's great. And you know what? We ought to because we are the headliners. So go open up all you want. Line them up.
Before G gets back, Ringo, play our drinking song again. I'm going to open this mofo.
I think Derek's going to bring the haunt in to play before we do.
Yeah, open up, buddy.
Oh,
cheers to all you listeners.
Yeah, cheers, pallies. Everyone listening out there.
There we go.
And if you're still listening, Barb, that was for you.
Absolutely.
Downtown Oshawa, hand in hand. There's a song.
Derek's writing lyrics here for us on Facebook.
Downtown Oshawa, hand in hand.
Wow.
Oh my God.
You. All right.
Did you just say I can't?
You got a gun?
Right? How many listeners did we just lose right there?
Exactly. Our numbers went extremely down. You know what? It's a fun fact. Actually, they did go down last week for some reason.
Well, keep in mind too, though, like
we've never gone down. We've always gone up, and we lost 30 listeners last week. So I think we're has-beens now. There's so many like streaming shows out and stuff like that. But you know what? You can copy us. You can copy what we're doing, but you can't copy the vibe, the dynamic that this trio has. And Gary.
Trio and Gary.
And Gary. But yeah, that's what makes our show. It's not technology. It's not, and our listeners actually make the show because we've got a lot of things going on and a lot of support. I mean,
the
guys
listeners are a huge part of this show, and I don't just mean because we need numbers, because they're the ones that participate in all of it. Like we, through emails and Facebook and everything now. We don't have to write a lot for this show. I usually jot down a few things, usually to start the show off. I find where I need it the most. And then once the show gets rolling, the listeners and Facebook listeners are usually throwing everything out there. So it makes for a good show.
We're going to get more structure.
Our listeners have a name that first person is emailing us with a name. But they're telling us they're sitting down with a group, having a bunch of laughs, having a bunch of drinks.
Yep.
So it's not just one person. There's a small group of people that are listening to us. And I think that's wonderful, man. It really is.
And cheers to all of yous out in Reality Radio 101 land listening. If you're by yourself or you're with a group, family, friends, whatever you're doing to enjoy the show, thanks for being there. And everybody on Facebook, you're sitting there on your phone or whatever you're watching it on and enjoying it, thanks for being there too. And same with YouTube. So thanks for everybody. Because
now?
What's that?
Yep.
Can I drink with them?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. I'm thirsty.
Gary, I hear you're back.
Yeah, do you want to hear a song?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go for
let's
it.
hear it.
Yeah, give it. We're waiting for you.
Tell me if you can hear this acoustically. Can you
Yeah.
hear that?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
It's quiet.
Let me see if I can get it closer here.
Michael, mute your phone for a second just so we can hear this, and I'm going to mute my mic.
That sounds like Spaceship Superstar.
I'm
a spaceship. Go for it.
Let me play the guitar first because it's not plugged in. It's acoustic electric.
Okay.
Let me see if you can hear this.
Okay, I'm going to mute my mic too, okay?
You hear that?
Yep.
Yes or no? Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear it.
Hey, here's the song. These lyrics from Ronnie. I put some music to it real quick. Okay.
Okay.
I see Johnny and Terry walking happy. They seem so close.
Hand in hand. Okay, keep going.
Two old farts that are just kissing. You love them too.
Hand in hand.
Yeah, that's pretty good, man.
Yeah, I think let's
That's fucking brilliant. Dude, you should record that for us.
we'll make it our
I love it, man.
trailer. Yeah. Yeah.
They are known as Toad and MC and M. They welcome your load.
Oh my God.
Hand in hand. Yeah, it's brilliant, actually.
Oh, dude, I love it.
Yeah, she just wrote a bunch of lyrics. So anyway,
Cool. Who did that? That was
Ronnie girl, I guess.
Ronnie.
Oh, nice.
Did they say where they're from?
Tighten it up, and we can make a trailer out of that. Gary, the only thing, like when I added the hand in hand in the background, doing the voice of an angel, I think we should do that. And then Gary, your voice, I'm telling you, you're a fucking rock god. You know that? You got it such a.
You know what? Listen, you guys know this. You're both lead vocalists. You know this.
Yes.
I haven't sang for 2 months. That's the first time I literally attempted to sing.
It's hard too, eh? If you haven't sang for a while, that's fucking difficult on your throat.
Yeah.
I'm hurting right now. This is the first time I've tried to sing it in literally March.
I'm telling you, your voice sounds sweeter than Sweet Tarts while I'm milking a sugar bush, right? Like it's.
Gee, you got to record that, man. That was awesome. I'd love to hear that all put together. It'd be awesome.
Okay, let's do. Gary, you know what? Next time, why don't we do this? We've got a lineup, but why don't we get you in? Well, you're in anyway, but you can. We'll do an interview. I know Walker's K has gotten a lot of PR and interviews, and you guys
are
have
killing it right now.
A lot of publicists doing write-ups and stuff like that. But if you want to be on the show in that way with the band, or even Mike or whoever you want, or even just yourself, talk about the band, because you got some great stuff. I mean, I've been watching all of your interviews, and you got a couple of. You got a video out, and you've done a lot of releases lately, cool. So it's good stuff. And your voice is killer, man. I always wanted to have a voice, half that good, but all I do is fucking.
Wow, what's with the ass kissing going on, Ringo? What are you gonna ask him for money next?
I can't do that. Like I've always wanted to do like Journey flawlessly, or though, like he's got that. He's definitely got the 80s.
G's got a great voice. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
to
be in your late 70s, Gary,
when do I get to sing?
You don't.
I sing like I drive.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm afraid of.
You hold Terry's hand and go stand out on the corner in Oshawa on the corner.
Yeah, maybe
of,
people will write songs about us then.
Selena and whatever. But yeah, right.
Oh, I can't believe somebody wrote lyrics to send in for this. That's brilliant. I love it.
Yeah, that's great.
And then
But
to
Gary-
top it off, G grabs a guitar and actually sings it. That's fucking amazing.
Gary,
What a way to
do
end
you
the
have your-
show.
do you have your guitar nearby?
Yeah, I still have it on.
Let's do it one more time.
Hold on one second. Hold on. I'm gonna try just for a second. I'm gonna see if I can plug this in. Hang on.
Right.
See, you know what? Look at that, guys. Gary does it on a whim. Poof. On air, live.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this, Heiko. Back off, mofo. I know what you're getting at.
What? Come on. Our fans are tired. They're sad.
Look, I'm not actually a musician or a singer. I'm like, Milli Vanilli from like, the 80s. That's me. Sup. Don't judge.
Who are those guys that wore the flower pots on their head?
I have no idea.
Who's that?
Oh, Devo.
Diesel.
Down.
There you go.
Was it Devo? Yeah.
I don't even remember any band where. Did you say flower pots?
Yeah, it's not Devo.
It's not Devo. They wore flower pots. Oh my God! What band was it?
So Kathy Harkness says that's the new intro song.
Good one, Kathy. Yeah, I think so too. Sorry, I was reading that in my head. We should have read it out loud before I responded. Kathy also said, I'm with Code on that one. He should record it. And then I kind of just skipped the part of reading it out and just answered it. Sorry.
Holding hands down by the music hall.
Oh my God. If this turns into a fucking song on this show.
See?
Down by the music hall, Terry slips and brushes Ringo's balls.
You had to go there.
Oh, yeah. What a sick motherfucker.
Oh! It felt weird, but not really that weird. Okay, Gary. Let's let it rip.
Here's the chorus part. It goes, see them at the hall, and you will see them playing with their balls.
Yeah, I love it. You gotta do right up there with liquors and whores.
Exactly. Yeah, Bubbles has competition now.
Okay, go for it, Gary.
I see Johnny and Terry walking happy. They seem so close. I see you love them too. That's that. Then it goes, see them at the hall, playing with their balls.
Nice, I love it.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
Gary, we'll just tighten that up and yeah.
I just need to record it.
Put the melody on it.
Brilliant.
It will make millions.
So you know what, boys? Maybe you guys should hire Ronnie to write songs for you.
I think that might.
Where was Ronnie from? Do we know?
He didn't say.
Oh, that's too bad, man. Or I don't know. I don't know if Ronnie was a male or female. It could be either way. I don't know.
Right.
Ronnie could be a girl. I don't know. But you got another email here. It's from C Black.
Yeah.
And it says blowjob question.
Here we go.
So there was a discussion this weekend about how blowjobs, once married, most women are not into it. Maybe you should pull the ladies on the show as to yeah or nay on giving blowjobs. Inquiring minds want to know.
Huh?
Okay, wait. Back that up. Let's rewind that. So it was what?
It was a question about blowjobs. That once you're married, if women still want to do it or not.
Well, that's why you never get married, right?
Good answer.
So, Miss C Black, if you, yeah, that's my answer to that. I ain't getting married, so.
Yeah, I don't condone. I don't condone that bullshit. Anyways,
No,
marriage.
I'm
Not
it's
anymore.
all about fun, right? Just in it for, yeah. Like,
I don't know how to answer that because I never
You
got
are
an
married.
answer any time in my life because they're always choking.
are you married?
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
Well, kids.
It's time to go.
Time.
Yeah. Unless because then we would be charged another half hour from the
Yeah.
server company.
No, we don't want to do that. So you know what, guys? It was a great show. We had lots of people in. I'm just going to go through the list here, and I'll let you guys throw out whatever you want. But I want to thank Derek from Shag Harbor, Nova Scotia. Nice to hear from you out the East Coast. Ed from TO. Mitch, the 14 months later for you guys to play live. Joanne from TO. May, she's into the Naked Mayhem. And Josh from TO. Tish from Tacoma, Washington. Barb, cheers Barb. And Nate from Chicago. Ronnie, who did that great fucking song. And C Black, who had the blowjob question. There were a few that were online as well. Thanks to Mary, Pam, Bobby, Cuz, and Kathy.
All right.
You guys are awesome. We hear a lot of those names every week. So we know you're fabulous listeners.
Well,
Do
super
you
fan.
guys have anything else to throw in there? Any last words you want to say?
Just want to say thanks to everybody listening on Reality Radio tonight. Thank you for being with us. Same with everybody on Facebook tonight and on YouTube. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, thanks everybody. See you next week, next
Night.
Monday.
Yeah.
Let's get dirty at 9:30.
Yes. All right. Thanks, Gary, again for being there for us.
Yo, with your host, Heikadelic, right
Oh,
here
you killed me
on
already.
Radio 101.
That didn't work.
How do we mute Heiko, Gary?
No, don't mute me.
Mute him.
You can't.
Okay, see you guys.
See ya.